If this found you, then it found you right on time. And I'm very excited to give you this reading because it's about this shifting energy that you feel internally, and you're starting to be able to physically see it in your reality through detail. And it's almost like things are so sharp right now visually to you, like your senses are heightened, and it feels like almost like superpowers, honestly. Especially when it comes to having any kind of like psychic abilities or anything. So some of you guys could be just learning these things about yourself, but I feel like a lot of you have, experience, like long time experience with knowing the esoteric and spirituality and how to tap into that energy, however that works out for you. But it feels very much like the channel is like a beam of light coming into your head. Some of you guys might even having like dreams where your throat, something about throat chakra and crown chakra kind of aligning, third eye chakra as well. Like these three here are almost spinning so rapidly. And you would think that that would make them kind of like, taking over, way too overactive. But source is saying that they need to pick up the pace, because it was like almost as though they were being slowed, or the energy wasn't reaching them. So, like I feel like we are honestly like plants, and we receive our energy from above and below. And there was energy coming from the top, but there was no energy like really coming from below. Like the earth mother energy was not reaching. And so, like a plant, if the soil ain't good, there's no foundation, right? So you may have been feeling a lot of instability, a lot of like, especially financially, I'm hearing for a lot of you guys, just like feeling unsafe, or feeling like you don't have, like, again, stability is the word that just keeps coming up. And there is like a, again, this shift or a change that you are able to see consistently now, because I feel like it was a push and pull kind of energy. It feels like I'm being dragged one way, then I'm being dragged another way. A locomotive is coming into my head, like the momentum train. Like I talk about that a lot, is like when the momentum train starts in one direction but it's already been pulled so far down another, it takes a while for it to pick up the pace and go the opposite direction, to change, right? But once it starts moving, then it's gone, she out of there, right? So that's the feeling that I'm getting, is like the momentum train has begun to move, like it's begun to like chug faster, and like things could be happening really quickly for you. I feel like this could feel like maybe things are a little chaotic or a little like out of whack in certain ways, or just unfamiliar, but there is this keenness, like it's like almost like you got a new pair of glasses or something and you can see. Some of you guys might even be feeling like there are some miracles happening with your eyes, or your sight, your vision, or you've had like instances where you've seen clear. Anchor to fly. I told you. This is as above, so below. I'm telling you. Like that anchor that I feel like maybe you just didn't realize you needed is being like, you finally just put it down. You said, okay, I'm going to anchor into, and I'm sort of saying a lot of, for you guys, it's a lot of like anchoring into your creativity. And creativity is something that I will stress again and again is not just for people who do art. Creativity comes in so many forms. Art comes in so many forms, right? If you are, you know, a someone who works with children, you're a teacher, you have to use your creativity to get them to listen to you. If you are a artist, like an actual visual artist, like you have to use your creativity to come up with new content. If you are a doctor, you have to come up with creative ways to relate to your patients and learn that information so that it translates to them properly, and like you can kind of intuitively feel like what is coming, like what's coming up for them. There's so many ways that creativity can affect you, you know what I mean, or like that you implement it. And source is saying you are finally grounding and utilizing your creativity, and it's expanding your mind. And I'm hearing like with that mind expansion, it's like you're seeing new ways, new pathways kind of open up, and you're like, okay, I could try that, I could do this, I could do that. And you're anchoring yourself in more than one place, because I feel like some of you guys were like all in. It was like one thing and that was it. You were like, I can only do this one way and that's the only way I can do it. Or like you only saw one way and it was very tunnel vision almost, right? And we can admit, like sometimes, like when we really want something or we're trying to get to the next step, like we see things like literally through a funnel. And sources like right now, your mind is just like expanding, like you're opening, and like even with me sitting by this window right now, it feels like I'm like absorbing like the energy of the sun. So the sun could be significant, or something about the sun, or your sun sign could be coming up here. And that could be like the driving force, kind of like waking up. It like feels like it's like a part of you is just like waking up. But yeah, as soon as you anchor, like you see you anchoring yourself and pulling yourself, like, okay, I wasn't tied. Like, you're not tied down. You're not tied down. Like, that's what Source is saying. You're not tied to one thing. Some of you guys are really like, it's like a variety show out here. You're doing a bunch of different stuff and you are succeeding at it. And that's what's like so magical. She's saying for me to draw one more card here, which I'm ready. And you're also just anchoring in your faith. Like, you are immovable. You're an immovable force in your faith. Like, in what Source and the universe can do for you. Like, you're like, and I feel like, and this is in response, I think, to other people not even being on the same level. Like, they're just not there. And you're like finally okay with that. You're finally just letting them be them, and then you are being you. Sisters of the Spring, swallow, good fortune granted. What did I say? This is so positive, guys. Like, this is literally like the good fortune is coming to you because you are able to anchor yourself and ground yourself and stabilize yourself. And that stabilization happened because you connected deeply with Source energy. And so now your chakras and everything is like like you are fully awakening to your highest potential. That is exciting. Congratulations, little star.